A job well done, clan. Back to town. Sid, do you think you could, Don't worry, I didn't invite you to join our clan just to abandon you in the wild. You mean you'll take me with you? Thanks! I got so caught up in the fight, I kinda forgot. But now I think of it, I don't even have any idea where I am. And I have questions to ask of you, beginning on how you managed to appear from the empty skies. I kinda skipped lunch today. Very well, the first order of business is to go home and eat. Then we talk. And it will show you the reward you get from actually completing the job, any type of rewards you get. Like in this case, we got some Geekit lead. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'll be honest, there's a lot of unpronounceable things in this game. Farron pollen is another thing. We got 2 clan points, 1 in negotiation, 1 in adaptability, and we got 80 ability points. Of course, we'll get into how all that's going to work at some point. And as you can tell on what would be the top screen, is that we've got the amount of gil and the clan points, and it shows you the chart with the talents. And it shows a little chart of our clan. We've got 6 members, and we'll get into all the rest of it in a minute. Using the area map, you may be able to travel from one location to the next. A blue balloon over a location indicates your next destination. First, try going to the wood village marked by the balloon on your map. And you'll also get the yay! So we'll go there. So, you wrote your name in an old book, and in a flash of light, you were dropped in our fight. Hey, I was more surprised than you were, finding myself in the middle of the woods, with that chicken thing, and you, Sid. I mean, you're not human, or a hume, was it? And here I thought I was off to clean a library. Ah, but you adapted quick, or perhaps it was just that you lack a healthy sense of danger. I've never seen someone eat so well after a battle. Hey, what can I say? When you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Apparently so, but I've changed the subject. You came here to our world of Ivalice, and yes, that's actually how you pronounce it. It's crazy. Somewhere not of Ivalice, through that book of yours. Yeah. Yeah, so that's about the size of it. So how do I get back? My aunt worries. Gosh, I say aunt. It's not natural. But for this voice, it seems like it. My aunt worries about me when I'm half an hour late from school. So I have to find a way to get back. I took you in, so I'll help you find a way back. Back to your world. You will? I will, lad. I expected as much when he took you into the clan. Well, thanks, Sid. I guess I'll do what I can to help out with the clan until I find a way back. You gotta admit, I pulled my weight back there in the woods, huh? If I'm stuck here for a while, I might as well enjoy it. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of this Ivalice place. As I said, utterly heedless of danger. I try. So, all these people here are in the clan? Hey, I'm Luso. Thanks for letting me join your... Sid? Does this clan have a name? It must. Come on, tell me. You can leave it as Gully. It's such a bad name, though. I've never liked the name of it. It really is. But, a clan. Well, while it's not exactly the name of a clan per se, I'll just leave it at that. I love this manga way too much. And it's sad that it's over. We're Clan Fairy Tail. Not that it's a name many know. Right then. Well, I'm Luso Clemens. A proud member of Clan Fairy Tail. Thanks for taking me. I hope you don't... I hope I don't slow you down too much. And they're all happy. We've got a whole bunch of people coming to us. Oh. So, do clans do much else other than fight monsters? You'll find most work falls along those lines, but there are other things. Available jobs, which we are called quests, are posted. And I skipped that a little bit too much, but sorry. There will be a time enough to show you this later. I mean... You mean we're done for the day? That's right. Here's your welcoming party to it. There's your welcoming party to attend to, after all. Huh? Barman! Refreshments for all. And, of course, we are greeted. Towns are convenient places to prepare for your adventure. Select a town with a see the menu of the town's facilities. First, try going to the pub and see if you can undertake a quest. Yeah, it's not going to let us go to the shop yet, but here we go. So, you really do find work in pubs? I always pictured a pub as some place to kick back and grab a snack. What better place? People gather and share a meal, and where there are people, there's talk. Clans pay good money for the sort of talk that leads to work, the quests I mentioned before. So if we need to make money or find something to do, the pub is the place to go. Exactly. Ah, shit. Looking for work? That's right, we have a new member in need of training. Talk to the barman, Luso. Find us a good quest. The best way to learn is to do, lad. Okay, leave it to me. Ah, so you're Sid's new recruit. Well, if you're looking for a quest, the first thing you want to do is ask to see the quest roster. The quest roster lists all the quests on the record at the pub. Once you've found a quest that catches your eye, simply pay the finder's fee and you're done. It's not enough to read the quest and go running off. If you haven't paid the fee, you'll be at a fool's errand. Now, some quests you can take as long as you please to finish. Others you'll have a set number of days to do it in. It's all there in the quest roster, so pay close attention and avoid any unpleasant surprises. That's all there is to it. Ready to have a go? Select the quest roster. Now, this one right here, it'll be kind of like information that could possibly lead to a quest, so you do want to actually check in on that. Rumors are also something else you want to check on. Like this one, loot wanted. Attention hunters, traders at a bazaar seek both common and rare, in exchange unique arms and armor to be made for available purchase through your local shopkeeper. Interested parties should be the nearest shop without delay. Don't let the spoils of war go to waste. The Shopkeepers Guild. Now, this is telling you any of the loot, like the ones we got after the fight with Kleska, or however you pronounce that bird's name. You will use that loot to actually unlock new stuff. And it'll say a new rumor has been added to the report, and it'll actually remove it. So it's always good to actually look at the rumors if the rumor thing is actually lit up. Alright, let's actually do this. New to the hunt. There's a lot of new hunter. There's a lot for a new hunter to wrap his head around, but at the end of the day, you won't quest long before you find yourself in battle. Luckily, the more you fight, the more experience you gain, and the more abilities you learn. So, go into each new battle with a little better prepared than the last. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. A barman's tip. As you can see, this one rumor, there's a rumor that unlocked more rumors, and it will just go, it sounds crazy, but it will go down a list. The sights of Jilland. Soaring above the mountains and desolate tracts of desert, you will find all this time and more in Jylland, a vast region that spans across the continents in the lore of Ordalia. Planning a trip, it's more important that the Jylland calendar uses unique names for the months that take up the typical 240-day year. Greenfire, Bloodfire, Rosefire are the spring months. Eastern skies that glow bright in their pre-dawn light. Copper Sun, Gold Sun, Silver Sun are the summer months, are renowned for their brilliant skies. Ash Leaf, Mist Leaf, Ember Leaf are the months of autumn, turning leaves burned amber and the gold light, and gold in dying light. Plume Frost, Black Frost, and Sky Frost are the winter months, when the fields of snow shine brilliantly beneath the clear morning sky. Two gil rubbed together. Gil may make the world go round, but I ain't seen much come my way. Questing and adventuring are all good and well if you're a clan, but where's that leave me? Thought I'd try my hand at these clan trials, since I heard they don't cost... Excuse me. I thought I'd try my hand at these clan trials, since they don't cost a bloke gil. Turns out they're bleeding. You need bleeding clan points for them. Aye, a clan's world don't let no one tell you different. Time I found one to join. Layabout Seek. That's actually a race we haven't run into yet. The voice of experience. We learn by doing. Experience is the key to growing more powerful. Everyone you bring with you into the battlefield will gain experience for their contribution. The greater the contribution, the greater experience gained. Which is also very good. Master of Trade. Unlike experience, everyone in your clan gains ability points whether they participate in battle or not. Ability points enable you to master the abilities imbued in equipment. Once mastered, you will be able to use these abilities even if you switch equipment. If you've mastered all the abilities conveyed by a piece of equipment, the best equip something new so those points don't go to waste. And that's telling you about how to master abilities and the abilities themselves. You can't use any abilities until you've readied them. Even using items in the heat of battle requires preparation. Now, most abilities fall onto one of three flavors: action, reaction, and passive. This is actually pretty important. Action abilities let you act in battle. You can attack without readying any action abilities, but not much else. On the other hand, reaction abilities trigger automatically when someone else does something to you. And there's a whole list of them, so it's pretty big for these. Finally, passive abilities are always around helping you out. Some might let you use equipment you normally wouldn't be able to, or boost the damage you deal. Choose your ability as well, and even the toughest tussles as easy as a wide-haired pie. And after that, the rumors are gone. Now, for the quest roster. Now, as you can see, it says a paw full of feathers. Yeah, we've got another one. And as you can see, it says recent, other, and then new. Eventually, these will be lit up with a ton of quests. Like, this is going to be a laundry list, trust me. But we're not there at that point. A paw full of feathers, it's rank 2, the fee is 100 gil. Yes, you actually have to pay to do work. It's kind of crazy, but hey. And we don't have a limit on the days we have to get there. Eventually we will see, okay, you need this many days to actually get there. And you need to strategically find your way to get around all of it. Alright. Paw full of feathers. What's in the woods? Wolves, that's what. And my chocobos are out. So put out. They're molting early. Somebody rid of these horrible howlers. Chocobo Corral. Sasasash. I can't even pronounce that name. Whoops. Now, this will actually tell you if you need to have a certain item or talents, like the clan talents. If we need a certain amount of those, it'll tell us, and if we need any items, it will also tell us. And you can actually, we aren't there right now, but we can actually dispatch clan members to go do the quest while we go do other things. And when they're done, they'll come back and say, hey, we failed, or hey, we got it. Yes, they can actually fail it. So you want to push people that will actually be successful at the job. And this is the rewards page. It's a battle type of quest. It's got 1050 gil that will 1000. Oh my gosh, cross. Okay, 1050 gil. Snake skin, tiny mushrooms, and fresh water are what we get out of it, and cannot be cancelled once accepted. These are story quests. Once you accept them, you cannot kick them out. You actually have to keep them. If it's just a normal quest, you will be able to cancel it, and there's actually no penalty. And the same thing with the ones that have a set amount of days. If you run out on the days to get there, you just have to go back to a pub and get the mission, get the guild again, get the quest again. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to explain all this. I'm so sorry. Once I explain this, we don't have to go into this whole explanation again. But you don't get punished for it. The only thing you lose out of it is the money you paid to actually do the mission itself. The fee for this. And it'll tell you the destination. And the little place, people holders, I guess is the best way to put it, is if you're going to dispatch, it tells you how many people you can dispatch for it. Now, there are some missions that you can only dispatch, and there are some missions I am going to tell you to dispatch because doing them without dispatching is a pain in the neck. We're going to accept this quest. That'll be 100 guilds for the quest. Good luck. I got us a quest. A paw full of feathers. They want us to chase off some wolves. Let's see. That's ranches and far from the village. Now hurry, though there's no deadline written on the bill. Sounds like they're in a tight spot. I don't want to keep them waiting. I'll go tell the others. See that you're ready before you're running off. That boy needs to get his priorities straight. At this rate, he's like to stay here forever. Which is completely possible. You may want to pay a visit to the shop before you leave, Luso. And this is a paw full of feathers. But like he said, we do want to pay a visit to the shop. Good day. I'm afraid our selection isn't very good at the moment. Still, we might have something you like, if you care to take a look. Now, here are a few things you can do. You can buy, you can sell, and there's a thing called Fitting Room. Now, basically what Fitting Room does is you select a unit. We'll pick Luso because he's our main character. And basically you go from what equipment slot you have, and it will say, okay, this is what you can put in its place. And like in this case, oh, we can put on a bronze helmet, we'll gain a couple of defense, but we will lose some resistance. And you just kind of go down from there. Now, this, it pretty much all people will have a weapon, a helmet, and a set of armor. Not everyone can wear a shield. As it says here, there are soldiers, warriors, and fencers that can normally use this shield. There's a set few of classes that will be able to use it. But as you can see, there is a shield bearer ability. Now, if you... and it's a passive one. So, if once Luso actually masters this ability, you can actually have him have this shield bearer ability equipped, so no matter what class he has, he can have a shield, which is actually quite nice. But as far as it goes for this guy, let's give him a helmet, because he's definitely going to need it. I guess I could go, since we're kind of on this screen as well, we can actually go over the races a little bit. As Luso was saying, the humans are actually called Humes in this world. These are called Numu. I'm not sure exactly why, but they're called Numu. As I said earlier, this is the Vera, or Vera, however you want to pronounce this race's name. I'm not quite entirely sure. But we're also going to buy her a helmet. These guys are the Banga. His name is Dumas. And we also have ourselves another Hume that is gonna hang out. And my favorite, the Mughals. I just personally love Mughals. They're just that cool. Now, as you can see, he has the ability of Steel Gill, but he, as you can see with this doesn't have an ability. And it also decreases his attack. You want to find weapons and just pretty much just whatever equipment that will actually teach somebody an ability. Right now we don't have too much of that, but I did buy everyone a helmet, which was very nice. Yes, we are going to purchase the items. And as you can see, although we were there, it's quite a bit bigger on the stuff that we can actually purchase. But as you can see, there's stuff like called Blue Mage and just a whole bunch of stuff. And Berserkers, Beastmasters, Sages, Green Mages, like what the heck is all of this? Well, we'll get to that in a minute about all the classes, but unless you actually have the class, I wouldn't bother actually picking the item up, because it's not going to do you much good, and it's also going to cost you money to do it. Now, like, what's the point of buying these guns? No one's going to be able to use them. They're classes to select races, and honestly, we don't have the even unlock for these classes yet, so don't bother. Now, if you're I got everyone to Plumed Hat. That actually adds more resistance. You can get them the soldier and type classes, the Bronze Helm. It'll give them a little bit more defense, but I gave everybody a Plume Hat because it helps with resistance. Now, everyone's kind of got their own thing with what kind of armor they can wear. It's up to you. Also with that, and you can also buy any of the items, but as you can see right now we can't buy any Phoenix Downs, so we are kind of out on that, but we will leave it at that. I can't help but notice you've got some loot on you. If you like, I can put your loot up on the bazaar and see what I can get for it in return. Loot? Bazaar? Huh? Loot can be almost anything, from a rat pelt to a precious gem. Hunters and clans usually come in to a fair bit of loot while questing. So, that's what all this stuff is. So that's all the stuff we've been finding is. Meaning this lump of metal here is a piece of loot? That's a piece of loot if there ever was one. Since you seem a bit confused about all this, perhaps some more detailed explanation would help. You see, traders at bazaars are always interested in acquiring new exotic pieces of loot. The better the loot, the better item they'll give in return. Just tell me you have some loot, and you'd like to put it in the bazaar. I'll take care of the rest. I'll add any items I can get from the bazaar to the stock of items you can purchase here at the shop. Alright, I'll give it a try. Good day, how may I help you? And there you go. 2 more things are put in there. Sell loot. And I'll just be honest, don't ever do this unless you're just grasping for money. Go to the bazaar. Select a loot you would like to send to the bazaar. Equipment you have... the equipment you have the loot to trade for is marked. So anything with this is going to have a little orange dot. Now, as you can see, the grade, and there are X's on everything but E. Now with this, anything from this like section of items, I can only get an E grade weapon, which means it's going to be pretty weak. But loot's rate, as I was saying, loot is ranked from A to E. The bazaar only accepts combinations of loot from the same rank. That's another thing about it. Next, select the same rank from the different category. Press the right or left on the control pad to view the difference. We're going to do that. Send these items to the bazaar? Yes. And with that, we can actually buy what's called a broadsword. We got our weapon. As you can go down, we have a little small list, but this list will grow over time. You have a new stock of items. Next time you feel like making a purchase, take a look. We also carry all manner of weapons and armor. You seem rather new to all this, so perhaps I should tell you a little bit more about the equipment we sell. Some pieces of equipment bestow new abilities to their wearer. You know, I think I should just shush, because she actually... We'll talk all about it. Hold on. With these pieces equipped, you can see... Well, you can use abilities whether or not you've seen them before or not. There's no better way to give a new ability a try before deciding whether or not to learn it. Of course, you need a variety of equipment. That's where we come in. Alright. And any new equipment is going to be marked by an exclamation point. And as you can see, we already have one of these weapons, but we do want to buy another one. We'll go ahead and leave. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to write up a summary of our discussion about the bazaar and equipment. I'll post it in the pub's rumor board so you can read it whenever you like. There's not much of a it's not much rumor really, but it might be helpful. I hope I'll see you again soon. And that's one of the things, like, hey, go and check that was kind of like the poke, hey, go check the rumor board. I don't know if that actually does add that or not. I'm not entirely sure. So we are the one with the short sword. Yeah, we don't have an ability. We do want to learn that ability. Now, this is where you go to change your abilities. Each job has a set of abilities that can be used during battle. A unit can use abilities mastered in one job after changing to a new job. However, in order to use the abilities mastered in a different job, the unit must be ready for that job's set of abilities. Inexperienced units will only be able to ready the item ability set. After trying several jobs and mastering some abilities, a unit will soon have a broad range of skills from which to choose from. As you can see, It does. You don't have to master items. You can just use them straight off the bat. These are the reaction, and these are the passive. You can assign a passive ability to the spot. Passive abilities enhance units' attributes to enable them to use equipment they wouldn't otherwise be able to equip, such as shields. This is reaction. You can assign a reaction ability to the slot. Reaction ability is triggered in response to enemy attacks. When a reaction ability is readied, even your enemy's attacks won't work in your favor. Can work in your favor. My bad. Oh, and there's some pretty funny abilities there. So, we'll get to that. We're also going to set... Oh. Choosing an ability that complements the unit's main job can drastically improve the unit's usefulness in battle. Right now, we're going to just have it to where everyone can use items. There is really no reason why you shouldn't set everyone's second ability to items. Oh, I'll get to the human in a minute. And give him items as well. Wait a minute. Okay, he doesn't have any. I just want to make sure. Okay. The Hume has first aid. Well, Zisao. Or Zisao. Zisao. Has something that the others do not. He has mastered first aid from being a soldier. But he is right now a archer. With this, he's actually able to use the ability that he wants. He can use the Art of War, which is first aid. And, which is actually not that bad. We'll give him the longbow we got from the first mission. That way, he can actually learn stuff. Now, that has been probably the longest explanation for a whole bunch of stuff in the very first video. And I do apologize. But we gotta get these explanations out at some point. And I know there's actually really a whole bunch more of stuff we have to go over, and it's just insane. But right now, I'm going to leave it there. We can save some more explanations as it comes, and we'll get into it a little bit more. But in the next episode, we will go to the Muskmallow Field for a paw full of feathers. I'll see you guys next time. Later. And